I have never heard a group of people who are so tone-deaf than those opposite here today. When I, at least, and I'm sure those on this side of the fence, when we talk to our local businesses in our communities, they're not saying to us, and I am sure they're not saying to those members opposite, about the fact that if you listen to those opposite, Australians apparently have never had it so good. They've never had it so good, according to this lot over here. Now, local businesses in my electorate are absolutely screaming blue murder because they are having so much trouble trying to keep ahead of the tax man, keep ahead of just paying the bills, both businesses and families. And we know that around about 880,000 Australian families over the next 12 months, that their mortgage rates will go from around 2% fixed rates to around north of 6% over the next 12 months. And on an average Australian mortgage, that equates to $20,000 a year after tax. But apparently, according to that on the other side, the government, Australians have never had it so good, that everything is so rosy. Well, let me tell you this, through you, Madam Deputy Speaker. Australians are doing it tough, and people on the Sunshine Coast are no different. One of the major industries on the Sunshine Coast is the building and construction industry. It's one of the largest employers in the country. It's an industry that I worked in various forms for over 30 years. The building industry across this country is built on subcontractors. Not content with making life more difficult with high inflation, those opposite want to amend and change the way subcontractors are dealt with at law. Now, I can tell you one thing, Madam Deputy Speaker, and that is that right now there are builders and subbies working on building sites right across this country, and yes, occasionally they do have the radio tuned to Parliament. And I want to say to those members, it's true. No, it's very true. It is very true. I know because I used to do it. And these men and women who are out there working on building sites are very, very fearful about the changes in legislation that the government have in store for them. Because, ladies and gentlemen, listening along on building sites at home, those of you who are driving trucks right now, this government is coming after your independence. Because you are independent contractors. You know you're independent subbies. This government wants you to be regarded as an employee. Why? Because this government wants to control you as a payback for their union paymasters. It is as simple as that. And this will have significant impacts on business people. Read the question for the MPI. Read the question for the MPI. What is this government doing for local businesses and homeowners? They are making their lives a misery. Rents have gone up, mortgages have gone up, food's gone up, fuel's gone up, and now they're coming after you from a regulatory perspective. We've seen this book, we've read this book before, and we know how it ends. This is going back to the 70s and 80s, back when I was a chippy. It's true. It's true. Back when I was a chippy. A good one too, yes. It was a long time ago. But this government, so driven by ideology, driven out of Trades Hall, they are coming after you and independent contractors around this country, whether you're an engineer, whether you are a subcontract carpenter, whether you're a subcontract plumber. The building industry around this country relies upon the hard work that you do, and those members opposite know it, and that's why they're getting so upset. There is more to be said on this very issue, because we will stand on this side of the House. We will stand for you. We'll stand for your independence, as long as God put breath in our lungs.